the managing editor of the International Journal of Science and Research, co-authors, good day to all of us. My name is Ricky Yabo, an education program specialist, the Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Regional Office 7, Human Resource Development Division. I'm here to present to you my article entitled Professional Development in the Workplace, Key to Sustainable Growth. This article focuses in service training for teachers, supported with theories, related literatures and studies, and practical guide in the conduct of school and service training. The expertise of in-service teachers plays a vital role in forming and honing the basic education of the learners. That is the reason why in-service training for teachers is deemed necessary. INSET for teachers is a training that is given to public school teachers during the course of service. It is a process by which teachers are taught and trained the skills that are needed for the job and teaching in totality. In-service training for teachers is anchored on the Bloomer's symbolic interaction theory, which states that people develop and rely upon the process of social interaction. Furthermore, in-service training for teachers is supported by Soper's career theory, which states that self-concept changes over time and progresses as a result of experience. Hence, professional development is a lifelong process. Another theory that supports in-service training for teachers is Bandura's social cognitive theory, which states that people learn by watching what others do, and that human thought processes are central to understanding personality. There were 9 identified related literatures and 16 related studies, as shown in this presentation, that proved and revealed that school and service training had influenced the teacher's personal and professional development. It is vibrant that in service training incorporates a range of events and activities through which working educators can broaden their personal, academic, or practical teaching skills, professional capability, and their understanding of educational principles and methods. In-service training is delivered for the benefit of teachers in the Department of Education in order for them to perform in their maximum capacity. Lastly, the related literatures and studies disclosed that in-service training for public school teachers could be a tool in improving classroom instruction and enhancing the teacher's capacity in inculcating learning to the students. Thus, the professional development of teachers in their respective workplace is a key to sustainable growth in the field of teaching. Now let's proceed to the practical guide in the conduct of school and service training. There are several major steps in preparing an effective in-service training session. These areas include the training needs assessment, specifying clear goals and objectives, organizing a training workshop, preparing the training program, formulating training exercises and activities, and selecting appropriate training methods. Training needs assessment. The first step in designing a training and development program, such as in-service training for teachers, is to conduct a training needs assessment. Conducting a training needs assessment helps the school principal to decide the existing level of performance of teachers to be involved in the in-service training. The following are the purposes of training needs assessment. First, to identify content and skill areas that requires additional training. Secondly, to identify potential participants' training procedure preferences. The training needs assessment is a critical activity for the training and development function. In-service training must start with a needs assessment for it to be effective and efficient. The training manager, who is the school principal, must determine the who, what, when, where, why, and how of in-service training before any actual training occurs. Next, we have specifying clear goals and objectives. Every school in-service training session should have a clear goals statement which presents the thoughts that will be carried out in the session. Next guideline is preparing the training program's structure and content. During the preparation of the training program's structure and content, school in-service training facilitators should consider the goals and objectives, content, methods and materials, and monitoring and evaluation. The following are the suggested guidelines in preparing training program structure and content. Be precise and address the needs of the teacher participants. Do not try to equally divide the time between all topic areas. Build in flexibility. Have spare materials on hand. Formulate general time procedures for a session. But remember the need for flexibility. Prepare concise, operational written materials. Use visual support during the entire conduct of the training. Build in initial participation. Consider the number of training specialists and facilitators to planning course structure. Number 4 guideline is organizing a training workshop. There are 4 vital logistical considerations in organizing for a training workshop. These include contracts, which involves the negotiated criteria for training, administrative support, which involves the scheduling, invitations, clerical and purchasing assistance, venue, which involves utilities, furniture, and equipment, and materials and equipment needed for the preparation and for the workshop of the entire course of the in-service training. Next is formulating training exercises and activities. Training exercises and activities are necessary to facilitate the learning process. The exercises should have the objective intentionally placed within the training and take place within the specific time frame. The last guideline here is selecting appropriate training methods. The finest school in service sessions for teacher participants imparts sufficient content as well as helps develop the professional skills and attitudes of the educators. Training participants acquire better when they are active and are able to participate in the learning process. In order to have an effective, comprehensive, and efficient in-service training, the following best practices should be implemented. We have provide various practice chances during in-service training, provide evaluative comment on trainees' acquirement of skills, generate an atmosphere that inspires trainees to share ideas, opinions, and expertise. Provide opportunities for sustained classroom discussion, group support, and feedback. Help trainees in realizing how the skills being acquired contribute to school improvement, student performance, and their own professional development. Schedule training sessions at times that do not impede with trainees' other outdoor responsibilities. Enlist the full support from the numerous building administrators whose staff are participating in the training. Organize the physical environment in which training takes place in a way that facilitates learning and interaction. We have provide handout materials that are eye-catching and decipherable. And lastly, we have emboldened the establishment of site-based or interest-based study groups to serve as enduring support systems, assisting the transfer and application of the content of the training program to their everyday experiences. That ends my session. Thank you for watching and listening to my presentation. I hope that you have learned something out of it. God bless us all.